everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Charmony. For everybody that is not aware, I began my IVF journey in December 2023. So it's been some months since I last posted a video. And so for those who are curious, I did want to provide you all with an update on what's currently going on. So well, so let's just first do a recap. Last year in 2024, I had 2 egg retrievals and 2 frozen embryo transfers. I had a surgery to remove a polyp in between, all of that. I ended up getting my embryos PGT tested, and I got a total of 5 normal embryos. Okay, so I used 2 of those to transfer. Both of those transfers unfortunately failed. I was supposed to have a surgery in November. That got canceled. And then I ended up switching clinics to get a second opinion. And then in January of 2025, I had a surgery. And I had to wait 4 months to heal. And so fast forward to June 16th, I had a biopsy of my uterine lining to test for BCL6, CD138, and ER complete. So the ER complete consists of 2 different things. So it's to test for the ER biome, which I believe is to test to see if there's too much of the bad bacteria. And then also the other part of that is to see if I'm pre-receptive, post-receptive, non-receptive, or receptive. And that pretty much is for, when you are transferring your embryo, you want to make sure it is being transferred at the right time, where the embryo is going to most likely implant. And so that's what that test is going to see, to make sure that I'm taking the progesterone and oil for a good amount of days, the right amount of days. So that's what the ER complete is going to test for. The CD138, I believe, tests for inflammation, and I think that's it. I done looked up these tests so many times and I forget, but I already got those results back because they use LabCorp for that. And so I believe the results said there's no inflammation, no malignancy, but there is a polyp. So a benign polyp that's going to have to be removed prior to doing another transfer. So that's what that tested. And I can't remember. I haven't had spoke to the doctor yet, because he wants all the results to come back and then go over everything. So once I get everything back, I will make another video to explain what was found, if anything, and what the next steps would be. So the BCL6, that one I believe is testing for the endometriosis, endometritis, and yeah, so I'm actually really excited to get the results back to see what could have caused the embryos to not implant. Obviously, when things go wrong, you want to find a reason. You want to be able to be like, okay, that's why it happened. You want to have some type of understanding and some type of, I guess, reassurance that the next time it may work. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. That's what's been going on. I'm very much still pursuing my IVF journey. I have not given up. I'm not quitting. I have 3 beautiful embryos that I would love to bring at least one of them earthside. My mom keeps telling me to have twins, and I'm like, girl, like she's been saying that since the beginning. But I don't know, I'm kind of considering it. I don't know. If I can transfer to, I don't know, I think I would consider it at this point, just because of how much the transfers cost. And so I don't know, I'll think about it. If the doctor says it's cool, then I will probably consider transferring to. But yeah, so that's where your girl is in the process, and I will be making another video once I get the results and once I find out what my next steps will be. I know for sure I'm going to have that polyp removed, and so that was already kind of in the game plan, to have a hysteroscopy. And if there's any endometritis or endometriosis or whatever, that can be depending on like how severe it is, it can be addressed with antibiotics. And yeah, so I don't really plan on making too many videos as frequently as I was before, just because it was a lot to constantly be doing updates. And I think I'll just be going through my process, and then when I feel like there's an update worthy of making a video, then I will make one. But I wanted to definitely update anyone who was wondering what was going on. That's what's going on. Yeah, so I can't wait to get the results back. Hopefully I get them back this week or next week. And yeah, I applied for a grant. So today, the 23rd, was the last day for people to apply. Baby, I applied way back in April, okay? So it will be amazing and such a blessing if I can get awarded the grant. That way, it will be just so helpful for me paying for the remaining transfers. I don't have any coverage. I exhausted my progeny benefits, so everything is self-pay now, which is difficult, because it's such an expensive process. And, I would like to do another transfer sooner than later. But I'm also at peace with, however long it's going to take. So that's just something that I had to make peace with after last year, and after things not going the way that I wanted it to go. It's like, in order to just remain sane, you have to make peace with everything just not going the way that you want, and understanding that it's not going to happen on your timeline. So yeah, that is what's going on. I'm waiting on these results to see if there's any endometriosis, or if I'm, even transferring the embryo at the appropriate time. That information will be very helpful, and I'm hoping to get some understanding on what we need to do to give the embryo better chances on implanting. So that to me is really exciting. And so I'm still very hopeful and still happy about just being able to even have 3 embryos left, and to be able to go through this process at all. So yeah, I will continue to keep you guys updated once there's something to update y'all on. And until next time, bye.